Hey guys, welcome back to the reading. We're still reading Dolphins at Daybreak by Mary Pope Osborne. And several of y'all had asked to see Dusty again. She was in my first video. Say hi, Dusty. But she is my dog. I'll tell you a little story about this dog before I start reading. Dusty here, when I bought her, they told me that she was a poodle. And we like poodles in our family because we are an allergic family. We have allergies and asthma, and poodles are not supposed to shed. So that's why I've always liked poodles. Well, Dusty here was supposed to be a poodle, and I picked her up and brought her home, and she was a little baby puppy. And I brought her home, and my husband says, I don't think that's a poodle. Let's look at her. And I said, oh, she's a poodle because the breeder told me she was. Now, this is a lesson too. Don't always believe what people tell you, because you can clearly see that this is not a poodle. She does not have curly fur like a poodle. She sheds a little bit, not terrible, but a little bit. And, she just is not a poodle. I think she's some kind of terrier or just a mutt. But she's sweet. She's a little stubborn sometimes, but she's sweet, and she keeps us good company, and she's a fairly good watchdog. So we keep her around, but she's definitely not a poodle. So lesson learned, don't always believe what people tell you. All right, so Dusty's going to sit right here. She's here, even though you can't see her. She's going to sit and listen. So this book, again, is Dolphins at Daybreak by Mary Pope Osborne. If you want to see chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4, I've got 2 other videos that you can look from my channel. But we're on chapter 5. This one has 10 chapters in it. So by Friday, you should have enough reading to take the AR test. And I would like to have people comment that they have taken the AR test and let me know what score you made on it. That would be nice. All right, so the next chapter is called Two Eyes, chapter 5. What's a ship's log? Said Annie. It's a diary of an ocean trip, said Jack. He peered at the computer screen and read a log entry. Monday, July 5th. Hey, that was just last week, said Jack. He read further. Collected rock and shell samples. Mapped ocean floor, found tiny crack and hull. It's like your notebook, said Annie. Yeah, the oceanographer was writing notes on the computer, said Jack. Jack and Annie read further. Tuesday, July 6th. Crack has widened. Must return to reef soon. A crack where, said Annie. I don't know, said Jack. He read further. Wednesday, July 7th. More tiny cracks. Cannot be fixed. Heading back to reef today. Uh-oh. This doesn't sound good, said Jack. He read further. Thursday, July 8th. Defected sub. Return to reef. Leave for helicopter to transport to junkyard. Defective means broken, right? Said Annie. Yep, said Jack. So this sub is broken, right? Said Annie. Yep, said Jack. And it was waiting to be taken away by helicopter to a junkyard. Yikes, said Annie. No, we really have to get back, said Jack. Let's try pressing the waves picture, said Annie. She pressed the waves picture on the computer screen. The mid-sub began to rise slowly. Oh, good, said Jack. The sub went past the small coral mountain. It went past schools of fishing and waving plants. Oh, gasped Annie. Jack gasped too. 2 eyes were staring out from behind a giant sea plant. They looked human, except they were as big as golf balls. The sub moved past the giant plant. Jack breathed a sigh of relief. What? Whose? Sputtered Annie. Don't ask, said Jack. They stared back at the plant. Just then, a long arm came out from behind it. Then another arm came out. Then another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another. Jack and Annie stared in horror at a giant octopus. It's coming after us, said Annie. Slowly the octopus crept through the water. Its 8 arms reached for the mini sub. Okay, That was the end of chapter 5. That was a little scary, wasn't it? Let's see what happens in chapter 6. C-R-A-C-K. Now look. It spells crack, but it is spelled that way. The octopus hugged the mini-sub. Each of its 8 arms had 2 rows of suckers. The suckers stuck to the window. The mini-sub stopped. The octopus stared at Jack and Annie with huge human-like eyes. "I don't think it wants to hurt us," whispered Annie. "It's just curious." I'm going to research it," said Jack. His hands shook as he flipped through the pages of the ocean book. He found a picture of an octopus and read aloud. "The octopus tends to be a gentle, shy creature. Sometimes, though, curiosity gets the best of it, and it comes out of hiding." "Aw, see, I told you he's shy," said Annie. She yelled at the octopus. "Hi, I'm Annie, he's Jack." "Oh, brother," moaned Jack. He read further. "But the octopus has huge strength. Each of his arms or tentacles has many suckers, which act like rubber suction cups. It is nearly impossible to free an object from their grasp." "Oh, great," said Jack. "We'll never get rid of this thing." Just then, Jack felt a drop hit his arm. Water. He looked up at the ceiling. "Uh-oh," said Annie. A thin crack ran along the ceiling. Smaller cracks branched out from it. Water dripped from the cracks. "We found the cracks," said Annie. "The octopus better let go before the whole ceiling breaks," said Jack. "Let go, please, please," Annie shouted at the octopus. The entire creature blinked, as if trying to understand her. "Please, please, please," she shouted. "Come on, Annie," said Jack. "It doesn't care if you're polite." The octopus blinked at Jack. "Get out of here," Jack yelled. "Now, beat it. Scram, go." The octopus shot a cloud of black liquid into the water and disappeared into the dark clouds. Its long tentacles trailed through the water. The mini-sub started to rise slowly again. "You hurt his feelings," Annie said. "I don't think so." Something bothered Jack. He looked back at the ocean book. He read to himself. The octopus squirts black ink to escape its enemies. One of its main enemies is the shark. "Oh, no," said Jack. "What's wrong?" said Annie. Jack looked out the window. The water was growing clear again. A shadowy figure moved toward the mini-sub. "What is that?" whispered Annie. The fish was way bigger than the dolphin, and it had a very weird-shaped head. Jack could feel his heart nearly stop. "A hammerhead shark," he breathed. "We're really in trouble now." Look, there's the picture. The shark and the octopus and the sub. And now I've made it to chapter 7. All right, so that's all I'm going to read today. But just think about if it was you in the submarine and you've been attacked by an octopus and now here comes the shark. So put yourself in the place of the people in the book. Think about how you would feel. See, that's what you do when you read. You put yourself in the character's position. And then, think about how you would feel. All right. So I'm going to end it for today, and I'll see you back tomorrow, and we'll try to finish up this book in the next day or two. All right, bye-bye.